Bloodline's good on Netflix. You know, Netflix
Bloodline.
original. That's a good with Ben Mendelsohn, who's great.
Oh, he's good.
He's one of the best actors, and Bloodline is really, really good. If you haven't watched Bloodline on Netflix, it's slow, but it's good. Sissy Spacek, Kyle Chandler, Ben Mendelsohn, Linda Cardellini.
Nice.
It's a really good show. And I love Florida, so to me, I can kind of just watch a show about
I do kind of love Florida, too.
Dude,
Florida's
by the
People
way,
make fun of me for how often I gig there.
Is there
our New
anything
Zealand.
better than after Side Splitters, a nice rain? Like a nice rain, right?
You got Hemingway on us there.
Yeah,
I kind of love Tampa crowds, though.
I love Tampa, dude. I love the food in Tampa.
Yeah.
It's just like coconut shrimp and
The best.
It's nuts. It's fun.
Yeah, some of the best sets of my life are probably at
Dude,
Side Splitters.
same.
It's amazing.
Because they're
Yeah.
kind of down the middle, and you can't offend them. There's
Yes.
nothing you can say that'll so you'll go harder.
Yeah.
And then it's like the best set you'll
I had
have.
a thing I always used to riff about, like
Great club.
how many like pay by the hour motels that are around there.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, my friend's really like, hey, she's from Tampa, she's trying to defend it. She goes, yeah, well, a lot of people like are going to Busch Gardens. That's where they stay. I go, that's not what kind of family is staying in a pay by the hour motel?
Yeah.
To go to Busch Gardens. I mean, it's like, so Tampa has like a seedy, dark underbelly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I've always liked.
I've been there.
Did my
Yeah.
bachelor party there for that reason.
I've always
Nebraska
liked it and
Avenue.
respected
Oof.
that. Yeah.
That area.
Ybor City.
Oh, my
Chickens
God.
running around in the street.
Yes.
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Great time.
I think it's good.
It feels like where you would be a boat, like PI.
Miami to me,
Yeah.
I love Miami, but Miami's very much like it's like global and sexy
And the worst
and this,
crowds ever.
and the crowds are not good. But Tampa, you're like, this is designed for comedy.
Yes.
Designed for comedy.
There's real people there.
There's real people there.
Yeah, Miami's a
Fort Lauderdale,
cool, but
great
it's fake.
crowds. It's something about
Yes.
Florida. Yeah, Orlando's great crowds. They all.
Florida's good, man. Miami Improv can be fun too. They can get a little wild,
Yeah,
but
just
the
that
crowds
could
are
be
just fucking
fun.
They're
They're
coked
always
up.
30 minutes late and on coke.
Yeah.
They are late.
And they don't pay attention. They're not like working people. They're like influencers and shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. It's Latino LA, basically.
yeah. It's interesting.
So LA.
Yeah.
Good point. It's
Yeah.
Cuban LA.
There we go.
There we go.
Jacksonville too, like St. Augustine, all that. They're all pretty good.
They're
Yeah.
great. They're great. Yeah, they're fun people. It's hurricanes, it's Jews, it's old people, it's Cubans.
No, we
it's
need
Hulk Hogan.
Florida's like the weird soul of our country in a weird way. We need it, even though it is crazy.
You ever go to Key West?
No.
I've never been there.
Oh,
Have
it's
you
Florida
done Tom
on
Dustin's
steroids.
Room?
I have.
I got it. I want.
It's worth doing. Just
Yeah, I
because you
wanna
get on
do
a
it.
jet ski, you wake
Oh,
up,
it's
you
beautiful.
live like a PI. Everyone there is drunk. Everyone's ran over a kid in '89. They fleed to Key West. You know, it's
No one in Key West is not running away. From
No.
everyone is.
It's all right. They all think they're Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
They're all sunbaked and brown and
But
wrinkled.
by the way, no one who
pickled.
lives like that regrets it.
No.
You'll never meet a guy in Florida who's living that life who's like, man, I wish I was in Chicago.
No.
No one
No.
on a boat in Florida wants to be anywhere else.
You got that right.
Yeah.
Good movie rec, by the way. I bet you've seen it. Key Largo.
Oh, no, I've
Bo-
never heard of
Bogart and Edward G. Robinson and Lauren Bacall. Great fucking flick.
Really?
From the real.
But Florida does bring out the worst parts
yeah.
of you.
Oh, yeah.
So if you ever live there, you gotta, or even spend a lot of time there, you just gotta be ready to confront that.
Yeah.
You know, because it will bring out the part of you, the primal darkness.
Yes. You
Something does. It
blow
does.
off a guy's ass.
You know, you'll be doing something.
Yeah.
I've had some dark nights there for sure.
Oh yeah,
Ooh,
Florida,
baby.
The late night drinking. Yeah, I definitely.
I was at the Don Cesar, which is a great hotel in St. Pete Beach, and they were all getting ready for the hurricane. There's this guy outside drunk, and he just looked at me as a guy. He's like, "Let it come," you know. And so that's kind of what it is. He goes, "Let it come."
It's like Lieutenant Dan on the boat. Like, come on, that's all you got.
It's like that's what you just gotta, you know. It's fatalism down there. You're like, this is it.
Oh, yeah.
If I end up in the mangroves, that's what happens.
Yeah, that's what it's a weird combination of paradise, but the world might end.
Yes.
But it's
with
people that go
crazies.
there to die. So you have that energy too. It's people
True.
that are like, I've given up, or I know I'm in the final stage and I just want to be me.
Right.
I want to be me. Like I have a friend who moved down there and she is, you know, insane now, fully insane. She's not old, but she's like middle-aged, and she's went down there. And the thing about Florida is you start acting years older than you are when you start living there. It's weird. So if you go down there and you're like 40s, you start acting like you're a retiree. And she's just, she's a lot of fun, but me and Big J are really good friends with this person, and we love her because she's one of the funniest people in the world.
I think I know who you're talking about?
Crazy Michelle.
Yeah.
So Crazy Michelle said the funniest thing we've ever heard. She sat me and Big J down years ago in Chiconi's in West Hollywood. She looked at both of us and said, without any hint of irony, she goes, I feel horrible for Harvey Weinstein.
Wow.
It was the best. She goes, I've lived here 20 years. These whores, they lie. And me and Jay laughed so hard. I put up a picture of Jeffrey Epstein on my story once. She just had no idea who he was, and she just responded, gorgeous. So that's how out of it she is. And she's down there in Florida, and we still love her.
I guess removed from all the allegations. He was a handsome man.
Yeah, she was gorgeous. Yeah. But she's just down there in Florida, living that Florida life.
Gorgeous.
She goes, gorgeous. Yeah, she goes, gorgeous.
Wow.
But she's
he was the king of Florida.
Yeah, she's down there in Florida now, just kind of like, she hangs out with like a nun.
Oh, yeah.
She has one of her best friends is like a nun, and I'll call her, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm at the nun's house." It just gets wild.
Yeah, it's weird.
She rides around on a golf cart all day.
Yeah.
She's married to a comedian we know.
I know him.
Really?
Yeah.
I know, it's
you know me. I sat next to him on a flight once. Nicest guy.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
I'm curious now.
We'll talk after.
All right. We got to get down to Florida. I'm going to Tampa in January. I'm
going
It's
Florida
a party.
in December. I got Fort Myers and Tampa.
And then you got St. Pete right there, and it's beautiful.
Oh, it's great.
Fort
St.
Myers
Pete's
is rough.
great.
Scientology's over there.
Clearwater, everything's nice.
Fort Myers, I did a club called Belushi's once, and it was one of those like hell gigs where I bombed every show.
Yeah.
And it's so Florida that the bartender at the end of the weekend just goes, "Kid, you deserve better." And I was like, "Oh my god!" And it was one of those gigs where they just wouldn't pay me. It was I was like, I have like a 6 a.m. flight, and they're just waiting around for like they're like, "We'll get you," and I'm like, "It's 2 a.m. Please."
Every bartender in Florida has seen the darkest things imaginable.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they could be 22. They've seen everything.
Yep.
They have the face of like a weathered divorcee.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we've seen things in this bar that you can't even imagine.
Myrtle Beach has a little stank on it too.
Yeah.
So does Virginia Beach. I don't know if you've ever been there.